Hello, boys and girls. This is Aunt Fernita, and I have a wonderful story for you called Now I Can See. Today's memory verse is from John chapter 9, verse 25. It says, "One thing I do know, I was blind, but now I see." The message for today's story is we serve God when we tell others what He has done for us. When something wonderful happens to you, whom do you tell about it? Well, a long time ago, something wonderful happened to a blind man. Whom do you think he told? One day, Jesus saw a young man who had been born blind. The young man sat by the road begging people to give him just a little money. But Jesus didn't give him any money. He gave him something much, much better. Jesus spit on the ground, made a little mud with the spit, and put the mud on the man's eyes. "Go wash in the pool of Siloam," Jesus told the man. So the blind man went to the pool and washed. And an amazing thing happened. As soon as the mud was rinsed from his eyes, he could see. Imagine how happy he was, and imagine how surprised his family was when he came home. He was like a different person. In fact, the neighbors weren't even sure it was the same man. "Isn't this the same man who used to sit and beg?" they asked. "Yes, that's him," some said. No, he only looks like him," others said. This young man couldn't wait to tell them what Jesus had done for him. "Yes, I was blind," he said. "I was born blind and I could never see until today. The man they called Jesus made some mud and put it on my eyes. He told me to go to Siloam and wash. So I went to the pool and washed the mud off, and then I could see." Some neighbors took the man who had been born blind to the Jewish rulers, but the Jewish rulers didn't want to believe that Jesus had made him see, and they didn't want anyone else saying that Jesus had made him see either. So they sent for his parents. "Is this your son?" they asked. "Is this the one you say was born blind? How is it that now he can see?" This man's parents were afraid of the Jewish rulers, and they didn't want to answer. "He is our son," they said, "and we know he was born blind, but how he can see now or who opened his eyes, we really don't know. Ask him. He will speak for himself." But this young man was not afraid of the Jewish rulers. He was so thankful that Jesus had done something good for him, and he wouldn't keep quiet. He told the rulers about the mud and how he had washed it off in the pool of Siloam. And guess what? They chased him out of the synagogue. When Jesus heard about that, he went to find the man. For the first time, the man saw the one who had healed him. He saw Jesus smile, and he smiled back. Then the man knelt before Jesus and thanked him for healing him. He would never, ever forget this day, and he would never stop telling people about the wonderful thing Jesus had done for him.
This podcast was brought to you by Gracelink.net and Studio El Piso. For more children's resources, please visit Gracelink.net.